it is.
From quicksand to solid ground, they don't see me in the streets and I don't see them at the bank.
From quicksand out to solid ground, for all you brothers that want to be down, come on home.
From quicksand to solid ground, life changes.
Quicksand to solid ground, we're for real.
From quicksand to solid ground, I'm here, you're there, let's be together.
Jasper Dudley, CEO and founder, Incorporated. Come on home.
All right.
Everything you need is in the room. It's in the room. And you need to believe that it's power in the room.
Amen.
All right. You may have a seat.
Good afternoon, brothers. Good afternoon. Like everybody said and shared that from quicksand to solid ground. That's what it's about. From quicksand to solid ground. We share our testimonies. We share our different thoughts and different things that we've been through in our lives. And all of your experience in life is always propel you to the next level. It always propels you to the next level. So whatever you deal with, whatever you come across in your life, it's to motivate you, propel you to, like I said, to the next level. We're talking about our experience, but we're also talking about professionalism because we're now incorporated. All right? So from Quicksand to Solid Ground is a community-based organization that provides prevention, intervention services through individuals and group sessions, mental health, assessment, workforce development, skills training, accessibility for men transition or have transitioned from incarceration to the community. All right? The mission. What is the mission? The mission is to restore the lives of men to become positive individuals in society.
Now we can start moving in that way. Now we can start moving more sufficiently. And we're moving quicker, come to find out, than a lot of programs that's been around. You should be proud of yourself. We accomplished a lot in a little time. And I'm looking around and I see some of the people that was here from the very beginning that's still here. Some was here, some left. And who's here, like I said, is meant to be here. And we've got strong men and we're moving sufficiently. So with that being said, we're gonna open up the meeting fully.
You know what I'm saying? So right now it's like, I find myself like, you know what I mean? She destroyed all my clothes, everything I got. You know what I mean? But for me, I really didn't want to go through the police situation and all that, so I just said, you can have it. Because I know me, I'm gonna find my way back where I want to be, you know what I'm saying? So, it's like, I think I got like 4 pair of pants and 4 shirts that I bought, you know what I mean? Little stuff, cosmetics.
I'm always happy. Can't wait to come back. I just came back from North Carolina. And I came back. You know, I'm not gonna really get into too much detail, but I went with the brothers yesterday to support somebody else too. And it was a lot of people in there support. And just hearing the things inside court that correctional officers and psychiatrists and other people think about people that society would say, based on that action, is a scumbag or whatever you is. You nothing, based on one action. I remember the most important thing I think somebody ever said to me or told me in jail, my cellie had like 100 and something years. So I'm young, I'm going in there. Ain't nobody gonna push me around, whatever. So I go in there, he like, the little taunting and stuff I'm doing, he ain't feeding into it because he an OG. He really could do whatever he want, but I'm too arrogant as a youth thinking whatever. And he said, how many seconds did it take for you to, no, he kept saying how many seconds. I'm like, what are you talking about? So he kept saying how many seconds? Like, what are you talking about? He said, how many seconds it took for you to get in here? So I'm like, huh? He said, a minute is 60 seconds. So he pulled this paper out, so it's like a study. And it said the average person with 5 to 80 years, the average crime wasn't no more than 7 minutes.
Wow.
So 7 minutes of your life changed everything about you. But yesterday it was good to hear like how people was talking about the change of the thought of the criminal. It's coming to like where society now is getting more to, but I think it's more prone to now where they started locking everybody up. Before they used to lock blacks and Puerto Ricans up. Now you go to jail, so much white boys in jail. Now the family members of other people suffering. Politicians going to jail. People going to jail that wasn't going to jail before. Now everybody want to change because they family members and other people involved in it. But that's a benefit to just hear the wonderful words like so much people said about an individual that people would think like, throw this dude away and never let him out. You know what I'm saying? That was all about.
Experiences that all the brothers are sharing and everything, but I didn't stand up. I just was like, wow, just taking it all in. So, I mean, I'm Brother Stewart. I don't have everybody's testimony of incarceration, but the Bible says that all have sinned, they come short of the glory of God. That's right. You know what I'm saying? Jesus died on the cross and purpose for each one of us, and we have it. We just have to seek after God. I'm not gonna say it doesn't matter. It does matter what you went through, because that's your testimony, because that's the shaping, making, and molding of what you're going to be doing in God's kingdom. You actually needed to go through what you went through so that when you go back out in the street and you transition back into the world, your testimony is going to be needed to be said. So I try to encourage brothers, you all have a voice. Please use your voice. Don't let satanic forces or somebody tell you, well, y'all don't want to listen to that. Yes, we do. And we all need to hear what you have to say. We all need to be able to unite together. We all need to have compassion, and we all need to move and do.
How y'all doing, brothers?
How you doing, brother?
My name's John. First time being here. I gotta say, because I'm not used to talking to nobody. Because in my house, the only men in my house is me and the dog. Everybody else is with me. But me growing up, the way my father raised me, it wasn't no ask for help. So all I knew was get mine, do what I gotta do, and survive. Don't talk to nobody, keep your feelings to yourself. During that course, I ran into a lot of trouble. Guns and drugs, all kind of stuff. I never had no group or another male figure that I could talk to get stuff off my chest. It was always my boys, and half the time they was throwing me under the bus so they can survive. Because I kept my mouth shut. I'm gonna be honest, when I asked, that's my pastor right there, Paris. He told me about y'all, and when I actually I asked him what the name, the purpose, and it's from quicksand to concrete.
Solid ground.
The solid ground, concrete, if later on my story had come out, but I was in so much quicksand.
Come on now.
I couldn't think because I didn't have nobody to turn to. And if I had somebody to turn to, back then, they didn't tell me the truth. See, it's a difference. You can sugarcoat something, but I prefer for people to tell me the truth. That's why to this day, my name is John, but they call me True. They call me True Life. Because everything that come out my mouth, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing. I'm gonna keep it real. This right here, I never thought I would see like a group like this. Because normally men don't get together and conversate unless we hanging on the corner drinking a 40 ounce. I'm being up. I mean, that's when I grew up.
That's right.
You know what I mean? I'm keeping it 100. We talk numbers, man. But man, it felt so good to just be there and listening to, what everybody was saying about this young man, man. Because they don't want us to come back, man. They want us to die up in them prisons, man. They want to put you in a black body bag. I know, I've been there, done that. When I came home in 1993, I ain't looked back, man. And And this is what I said to myself. I gotta be here for the next man that's coming home. He gotta see me, especially if he know me and he left. He gotta see me doing the right thing. And that's what we gotta do, gentlemen. We gotta do the right thing for the next man that's coming home. The next man that's out there suffering, they gotta see the right in us. And I can't thank God enough, man. I'm all in. You know what I'm saying? And solid ground, whoo! If you only know what I've been through, man, before I came up on solid ground, FPV, Father Panic for life! Life! Ran with him. Know how to deal with him. I had to put that lifestyle away, man. I had to get real with myself, man. I had to sit and cry sometimes. Go deep inside my feelings, man, and deal with me before I start dealing with anybody else. I got to know me first. You know what I'm saying? And right now I'm going through something. I'm getting ready to get a kidney because I got kidney trouble, and I know I'm gonna get it because you know why? I know a God, man.
Amen. Amen.
I ain't afraid. You know what I'm saying? I ain't afraid because my hands, my life is in somebody else's hand, man. Ain't that something? Your life in somebody else's hand. And ain't nothing you can do about it. But just pray. Steps, man. So I want to thank each and every one of y'all. Please, man. Keep coming, man.
That's right.
If you here, stay here. Let's do this, man. Let's go out in the community, man, and gather up as men, man, at a solid ground, man, and let these mothers know that it's all right to come outside with their kids, man. That's what we gotta do, man. We gotta take our community back. So, I can't thank you enough. And my man Nelson here, man, I'm telling you. It's been years, man. You know, his whole family, man. He trained me, man. Ran with him when I was 5 years old. He showed me some things I never thought I'd know about. And he said like this, he said it just like this. Don't say that, keep your mouth shut. Keep them in the blind. Oh yeah, Nelson, I ain't forgot that. Keep them in the blind. But see, this is what I love, man, you know what I'm saying? And I got wives, I got brothers, I got grandchildren, man. You know what I'm saying? That I gotta be here for them. Cause they ain't gotta, they didn't ask to go through what we went through. They ain't gotta go through that.
Reported me yesterday. That was my co-defendant. That we went to court for. And this month, he'll be incarcerated 29 years.
Wow.
You know, like a lot of y'all know, if y'all know, I did 26 and a half myself before they released me. And, you know, I know it was the last minute when I asked Brother Soupy to help support my cause, you know, but, you know, the people that came, I appreciate it, you know, because he needs that, you know. I understand the struggle that my co-defendants are going through because I was there myself, you know. Then he just walked out as one of my co-defendants. Nelson is one of my co-defendants. And they was like, he said he had life when he got out. I had triple life for 20 years. And I'm out here, you know. You know, when I first came out, I looked for certain people because I was looking for my old friends, you know, and all I remember was young faces. So I don't remember, a lot of times I'm gonna tell you straight, this is one of my old homies named Mike Cruz. I was staying at the YMCA because my homeboy's daughter was having a party for her baby son. I stood next to this dude, this close, for a half hour. I didn't know who he was. And this is the dude I used to hang out with all the time. A half hour until my homeboy walked out the door and said, "Dude, you know who that is?" He said, "Look at him." I looked at him, I don't know this dude. Man, that's Mike. I was like, oh man, I'm so sorry. I stood there next to him for half hour. We just kept looking by, you know, you standing somebody, you just look by, because you don't know. Come to find this my man. You know? And I say this, that when I first came out, one of the people I went looking for was Soupy. I met Soupy when I was 15. And when he told me about this program, now, I've been in and out of jail my whole life like him. I started in boarding school, went to group homes, went to Long Lane, from Long Lane, NY, from NY, went to state system, Connecticut. From there, I graduated to the feds. That's why I did my 26.5 years. So I've been a product of the system since I was 12. I've never been on the whole street for a whole year straight. Since 12 years old till now. I've been home two and a half years. You know what I'm saying? And one thing, I don't know if, you know, I don't wish bad on nobody, but if you've been in Long Lane, you remember them groups. Them things drove me nuts. I hate going to groups. I hate being in environments like this. But when I found myself and changed my life, I needed a new perspective. And I've told this to a few brothers, they heard me now. Sometimes I tell the story over but in different ways, but they didn't heard. When I came home twice, I told my probation officer to put me back in jail. Because I wasn't used to the streets. I'm used to being in jail through the jail program. Wake up in the morning, get ready, be in that tension-filled environment, get ready to go at any moment, you know, go vibe with your people. You know, I didn't know what to do when I came home. I was stuck. Because I went to Ohio, I didn't know nobody. They had me an ankle bracelet, I could only walk 20 feet. I could walk from the house to the sidewalk. That's as far as I could have been. So I wanted to go back to what I was used to. So finally, when I finally started changing, I found Soupy. Soupy started telling me about the program. So I told myself I need something, man, because I don't have nothing. I'm about nothing. What is my purpose? You know, we all need a purpose in life, even if it's a small one. And all the experiences I've been having now to this day is because of him. I've been meeting all these big wigs because of him. I've been happy, bro. I'm proud to do the things he asks me. And I do it with no qualm. You understand what I'm saying? And one of my growth achievement was walking in the parade, this brother, holding the banner, Quicksand to solid ground. On Juneteenth. Well, you know how proud I was. I had my chest out. I'm passing out flags, happy as a joker.
Yes, we did.
Was I hunting? Yes. I stuck a flag in my head because I had my head tied up like that flag flapping. That's how giddy I was. Wow. You know, this is my life. I spoke to my lawyer and everything about it. She brought it up in court. Yes. You heard about the organization. And that if they let him out, he'll be a part of us.
Tell him what Tell him how much time he did.
Oh, he's doing 6 life sentences plus God many years. Wow. You know, he got convicted of three murders. You know? And
he's coming home.
He's gonna come home.
Quicksand, the solid ground, we need you to come home.